makes it 145.
Sorry about that, guys. OBS froze on us, but we are back up and running live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And look what a hand we've come into. Eric Baldwin opens blind versus blind, gets the defend from the 3-4 of hearts, checks the flop, gets tricky, then check on the turn, and then Chen just applying max pressure. Knows that his 3 is never going to be good on this run out. And what do you do here if you're Baldwin with a set on the 4 spade?
I mean, you gotta fold.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, and he lets it go.
Yeah, I really like Chen's bet on the river. I think he played this hand really well.
Just shows kind of the power of being in position, especially in these wide range configurations, right? Blind versus blind.
Exactly. I would have liked it if Baldwin put a like a blocker bet on the river, just to kind of like avoid this type of like bet sizing happening from Chen. But check folding is fine here. And you still have a lot of stack to play with.
Yeah, plenty of playability still.
Yeah.
No one's particularly short, right? We're seeing 4 players who absolutely could still win the tournament.
No, not particularly. I think it's gonna go on for a while.
And we'll be here with you the whole time.
Yeah,
or at least I'll be here with you the whole time. Amin's free to live his life as desired.
Yeah, for at least, I would be here for another like an hour and a half, I would say.
I reckon that should be enough to get it done. And then he's got a tournament to play. Hopefully we'll see him again on one of these final tables.
6 makes it 48.
Hopefully.
6-7 fold.
So Eric opens button, ace 7-0. He has a very playable hand. I think he's going for defend legs.
Certainly at least gonna get to defend in. I like that Chris takes his time in these big blind spots. He's had a lot of these hands that could be a defend, could be a 3-bet sometimes. He's opted for the defend pretty consistently, but he takes time to think about it. Puts a little bit of pressure on your opponent, right?
Yeah, I would say, like if this was King 6R, I would have liked him to 3-bet there. But what a fold.
Wow.
Chris doesn't miss.
It's unbelievable. Kokino's flopping trips again against Baldwin's top pair. This might get expensive. Very connected and wet board too. Oh, Baldwin finds the check back. That might save his tournament life.
I mean, Baldwin is trying to downplay his ace, trying to get Chris to go for it and open up his bluffs, and also have some pot control as well. But which Chris is going? I would like him to go like kind of big. No, he didn't. Okay.
Opts for a very small continuation here.
I think he's gonna call.
Call from Baldwin. Oh, a 4 on the river. Full house for Chris. Shouldn't change much from Baldwin's perspective, but he is chopping with all the ace-X's now.
Yeah, the issue here is that Chris has no idea if Baldwin has an ace or showdown value when he got called on the turn, or simply some sort of like drawing hand. That's why he's not sure if like checking here is a better option to open up his like Baldwin's bluff, or just like in cases of like him having showdown value, like if he just wants to go big here. Like that's that's why I think like in a lot of cases like this, when it comes to button versus big blind, I would have opted with double check raise here, but it's like checking, like betting the
One makes it
turn is
85.
fine unless you're going, if you're going actually, not unless, if you're going big on the river. He didn't go
Does
big
go
as much.
85, gets called rather quickly. Probably could have sized up a little bit more
Yeah.
there.
But he still got the value.
Still
but-
got quite a bit of value. That's going to be a big pot going Kokinos' way, and this lead is ever growing. Taking the approach of just make trips every time. Hard to lose with that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hitting everything, there's no need for you to bluff. And I would love to see Chris bluff his. I mean, he's not afraid. He goes for it. So I'm waiting for him to make the game somewhat exciting.
And those payouts really showing how much poker tournaments are top heavy, right? And I think we actually use less of a top heavy structure than a lot of operators. But even in this layout, 11.7 for fourth and almost 45K up top. So we're looking at almost 4x the payout for first and fourth, right? It really just shows how important it is to kind of close out these big final moments in tournaments.
Oh, absolutely.
6-6
And that's why ICM matters so much, and every chip matters as well.
Oh, look at this.
Got Chen with kings.
Pocket kings for Joshua Chen.
6-7 makes it 50.
Oh,
and
my god.
queens for Kokinos. This is just unbelievable. This has been the story of this live stream. Coolers, 2-outers on the river. We've seen kings versus aces for huge stacks, and now queens versus kings, 4-handed chip leader against secondary chip leader on the final table. I mean, is Kokinos just destined to lose most of his stack here?
I mean, they're very deep, but yeah, it's just too strong. 4-handed queens and then small blind. He's gonna 3-bet, and then obviously Chen is gonna 4-bet. But in some cases, if Chen chooses to just flat Chris's 3-bet to just keep him in, like depending on what Chen decides
C1
pre-flop,
makes it 190.
it's gonna be decided whether the money is going in pre or not. Yeah, and Chris,
for 190.
Chris went big as well.
On the bigger side for
3-5.
sure. Almost a full 4x. And if you are Joshua Chen, you must be loving life here.
Yeah. I think either play is fine here, either clicking back, or just flatting here as well. Not sure if Chen has any history with Chris, or if he's got like some sort of idea of how Chris plays, but we'll see what he decides.
Are you ever opting for a jam here, or definitely just preferring the click back if you're gonna 4-bet?
No, I'm definitely clicking back. Jamming here is kind of achieving nothing. You would want to balance your bluffs with your values as well. So let's say if you've got bluffs here at this point, you would want to just click and not lose your whole stack. So that's why clicking is much better option.
When you have these strong value hands. Chen really taking his time here.
Oh,
Does opt for the all-in.
C1 call.
The snap call from Kokinos with the queens. He is gonna get the terrible news.
6-7 has
I'm actually really surprised.
C1 has queens.
I think I also preferred the click, but ultimately, we're achieving the result we all sort of knew was coming. Kings versus queens. This is the defining hand of the tournament. 9-8-7, another repeat 8. Gonna need a queen. The 3 of spades is not gonna do it, and Joshua Chen leapfrogs into the overwhelming chip lead, almost 100 big blinds, 2.3 million in chips, and Kokinos is down to 13 bigs. He is gonna go from dominant chip leader all day 1, all of day 2,
Yeah.
straight to the short stack.
Yeah, obviously very unlucky for Chris, but I think he's good enough to spin it back up and just. I'm sure he's a very experienced player, and he does have the mental fortitude to just continue to play on. I wish him the best.
Yeah, this is one of those spots I think that really separates the pros from the more casual players. The ability to rebound mentally, right? After a beat like that,
Yeah.
so many players are just going to then blow up the rest of their stack.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, obviously this is poker. There's some things that it's out of your control completely. So how you deal with them is just what separates you from like just mediocre or normal players.
Chris does stand up for a little bit. Sometimes I like to take a lap here, do a little deep breath, bit of meditation, whatever it takes to kind of cool off.
He's left with 13 bigs, if I'm not mistaken, is it?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, okay.
So he is the short stack now. And look at this. Very quietly, Eric Baldwin second in chips. It hasn't been the Baldwin show. The action's mostly been happening around him, I'd say.
Yeah.
But a couple of key all-ins and a couple of nice played pots. And he's still alive. Berkey and I said this on day one. That is not the guy you want to see sucking out in the big all-ins when it counts. That is the guy you want to make sure you put him out.
Yeah.
If you don't kill him all the way, he might come back to haunt you. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier. With the high variance nature of heads-up poker, let's say Chen just gets a double knockout right now, knocks out Kokinos and Barbu, and Baldwin goes in as like a 6-1 underdog in the heads-up match.
Yeah.
He's going to win that match a lot more than the 1-7 that the chips would suggest, right?
50.
I mean, technically, yes, it sounds like that, but nothing is obvious. Like, obviously, nothing is certain in poker. So sometimes just the whole card distribution makes you surprised, like how that's gonna turn out.
Oh, look at this.
I'm not sure how strong like Eric's heads-up game is, but yeah, if he's got a good idea of what's going on in heads-up match, then yeah, I mean, it makes it less likely that he would just lose.
Joshua Chen with a nice greedy chip leader open. The King do so, understanding his new position as table captain. Baldwin defending the ace-9. This is going to be a nice flop for Baldwin. Makes top pair. Chen also a board he's going to be inclined to c-bet just about 100% of the time. Chen with a piece as well, so Baldwin capable of maybe getting paid on later streets if Chen does slow down.
Yeah, this is a very tough spot because if Chen decides just triple barrel, he can easily put Baldwin in the bin on the river, given that they're like two shorter stacked, and so ICM does obviously matter. I'm not sure how he's gonna proceed from here, but we'll see if he goes for it. And
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
does have some showdown value, or maybe like just hoping that, yeah. So
Does opt for the
yeah, I think,
showdown path.
yeah.
Repeat 5 on the river, not going to change much. Yeah, that's you're breathing a sigh of relief as Baldwin, right, when he decides to check back on the turn.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if he fires 3 barrels, you're stuck right in the middle of my hand's too strong to fold, but the ICM tells me I should never ever call here. If I'm the one to go out in fourth when I'm second in chips, that's just a disaster.
For sure. I mean, if I'm Eric here, I would go for like 1/3 to get value from King Jack, like Queen Jack, or any type of like 10s, 9s, even 8s. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think he's not going big either.
Does seem like he's generally going to follow your instruction.
His chips makes it 42.
Really small.
Oh, really?
Quarter pot here.
Quarter pot. This is really tilting if I'm Chen here, because like that sizing is just like obviously never bluff. Oh, good on him for
nice. Does find the
folding.
fold.
It's just, yeah.
Now, if you're Chen, can you ever turn your hand into a bluff and just rip it into his face?
I mean, yes, I wouldn't do that when I'm checking the turn and then there is a repeat on the river on that board texture. Like in that instance, I wouldn't do it because of that 5 coming on the river and repeating the making the board paired off. But yeah, a lot of time, like let's say a queen
Not
draw
good.
instead of 5, then you can definitely go for her.
Yeah.
Your king blocker becoming a lot more relevant, right, in that instance?
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah, of
like a
course.
5 repeat just makes it very, very less likely that people would fold. Given that a lot of times that they think, yeah, okay, we are chopping at least. Like my ace is good here.
My
I'm
kicker
I'm
doesn't matter,
yeah,
right?
my kicker doesn't matter.
C1 folds. C2 folds.
Chris has 10 big blinds left, and he would be big blind next hand. We'll see how he'll decide to proceed on his big blind. Hopefully he'll get some good holdings as well to play around. Baldwin decides to fold 9-7-0, and yeah, just a walk for Chen.
Now, obviously, 9-7 is going to be a hand you could complete blind versus blind, but with Chen being the only guy that covers you, do you think I like opting toward just
folding?
Folding.
I like his fold as well. You wouldn't want to like tangle up at this stage.
C2 folds. C6 folds.
Man, I hope this series gets 4 million in prize money. That would be double our guarantee. That would be awesome. I have to say,
Yeah,
it's looking very
sorry to
possible.
interrupt you. Yeah, Chen is going all in,
Oh,
obviously.
Chen jamming here.
Did he get called? Yeah, he's showing his cards.
Yep.
Obviously, Chris called. You still don't know what Chris has. Oh, he's got 9s.
Jack 10 versus 9s.
All right, let's see.
Oh, and a 10 in the window. Kokinos cannot catch a break. And that is going to do it for the
that's
tournament of Chris Kokinos. He is going to finish in a very impressive, but I'm sure from his perspective, disappointing 4th place. 11.7K for his troubles. Maybe he can wipe the tears with some of those monies.
Good on him. Chris played really well yesterday. He actually had a spot versus Chen as well, where Chen like 3-bet triple barreled him off, and he was actually in the blender for like 7 minutes, and he finally made the call on the river, and he was right.
Wow.
So these two had a bit of a history from yesterday as well, but yeah, obviously like it was out of his hand with the queen's hand versus kings, and he lost a flip right now, and I wish him the best. I'm sure he can, as you said, he can wipe off his tears with with the amount of money he won today. But yeah, very capable player, and I wish him the best.
And we have,
His journey in this tournament was just such a story of feast and famine, right? Chip leader all day one, chip leader all of the final table, and then just gets coolered, loses a flip, and the dream is over just like that. We are 3-handed now with an overwhelming chip lead for Jiaxu Chen. Mihai and Eric Baldwin both in that kind of middling teen big blind range, both under 20 bigs, but both still with enough chips to do some damage. And look at this. Baldwin again with the pocket sixes. Is that the same exact sixes as last time?
I think so.
6 makes it
Whenever I see stuff like that, I feel like I should get like a lottery ticket or something. I never know what to do with that feeling, but
I get the similar feeling when I'm having like 10-3-0 3 times in a row.
you're just like, how do I do this? You know?
You're like, why can't this never be aces
Yeah,
3 times
yeah,
in a row?
yeah,
Like,
well, if it's 10-3,
because, yeah, because obviously the card doesn't know what it is when it's getting dealt out to us. It's just
I think I must get dealt ace-4 offsuit more than any other hand, and you always peel it, and you're like, oh my god, aces. And
oh
then
yeah.
it's just such a disappointing letdown, right? Like the quality difference is just so big.
Yeah. in particular with this type of cards that Playlive has, I made a mistake yesterday. Thankfully I didn't call, because you know how the king is shown in a certain way, that when you're, I had a 10 and then I was trying to peel and it was a king behind it, and I thought I had 10s because of that like straight line.
The straight line on the
that
K.
King on the K.
Oh.
It's just like, for a moment I thought I had like 10s and I was about to call. Thankfully I just like peeled my hand wholly and then just folded the hand.
You're just like, oh, whoops. So it does look like we're going to go to a quick break here as they do the color up. Floor's going to come and buy in some of those smaller chips, buy them up and replace them. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Three-handed action. First ever streamed event, the 1500 Six Max at the Melbourne Millions. Don't go anywhere.
7 goes all in.
Hang on a sec. Sorry.
Still got one more hand.
I jumped the gun here. It looks like we do actually have one more hand. We have an all-in, and Mihai Barber with 8s at risk, but with the best hand.
Oh.
Eric Baldwin with a pair as well, but that one's going to go right in the muck. Apologies. Jumped the gun. Thought the break was starting, but nope. We got deuces versus 8s. Now, deuces has been one of the lucky hands. I said this last time, deuces never loses, and Jen got 2 out of the bubble.
Oh, I'll take a chop somehow. I'll take a chop.
Chop, very possible.
Is that a chop?
Nope.
Not going to be a chop. Mihai is going to double up with the 8s. Going into break.
I think so too. Yeah. Seems pretty high up there. So we're gonna play that one.
290, 330, 331. did one last hand.
So everything was normal. So it's gotcha.
Everything's
Shane,
alright.
hold on.
That was an orbit ago.
And we are back. A nice, efficient break. Shoutouts to the floor, man. It's one of the fastest color ups you're going to see in the game. One of the amazing things we do here. Playlive Melbourne, 129 York Street.
Twofold.
Come check us out if you haven't already. We're here in South Melbourne. We're here 7 days a week. And we're currently running our Melbourne Millions flagship series. And look at this. Pocket 10s for Eric Baldwin in the small blind. Three-handed now.
In this format, I think I would want to limp these type of holdings more.
Limp jam over in isolation.
Or yeah, or even like limping just makes Chan, given how big of a chip lead he has, makes him to like kind of giving him the rope to like does go for it. So he would go for it, but here an open is fine. Like Chen has the holding to fill.
Don't expect to see a fold here.
Oh, no.
Baldwin with the 3x. If you are going to open, those big sizes do tend to be pretty standard blind versus blind.
Two players.
Ace 6 4 1 spade. Not the best board for Baldwin, but of course as the pre-flop progressor, he's going to be feeling okay. Probably can get a value bet in here in a continuation. And Chen has some backdoors. King high. What do you like here from Baldwin? You like a check? You like a small continuation?
I like small continuation. I mean, ace hits you more than it does hit Chen. A lot of times, given that it's three-handed and how much of a lead Chen has, he would just put you in pre with an ace. But if you want to play it safe as well, like if you're thinking Chen is not too aggressive to put you in the bin, it's fine. Check here, I guess.
Does opt for a check. Repeat 6 on the turn. You're going to be pretty happy with that card if you're Baldwin.
Yeah, I think Baldwin needs to start protecting his hand.
Does opt for another check. Yeah, I think I would have also liked a small bet there. A little bit of value, a little bit of protection. But maybe he just thinks if he gives Chen the rope.
Chen is not
Oh,
going.
and look at this.
Chen is not going for it because he has enough showdown like equity.
Now, if you're Baldwin and you boat up on the river here, you're obviously going to be tempted to bet, but tough to say what you're going to get called by after it's checked all the way down to the river. Could target some weak hands, some 4x.
Yeah.
I think most pocket pairs, 5s and the like, probably jamming pre-flop. Not going to have almost any ace-x, so Chen's range is looking really weak here. I'd like to see a small sizing from Baldwin.
6 bet 60.
60K, 1/4 pot. Good sizing.
Yeah, I think Chen is calling.
King high does have a lot of it. So walk me through that. I think some of the viewers at home might be surprised to hear you say that.
I mean, given how the hand played out, there's a lot of time, especially with the action how it went. Eric must have realized that he doesn't have the, like, let's say he had like Queen Jack suited here, or like 7-8 suited, 8-9 suited. He must realize that he doesn't have enough showdown value, so he can always take a stab at it on the river. That's why calling a king high on this board texture is good after checking down to the river. I mean, in this case, Eric has 10s, but like all of those holding, you're getting enough odds to just call. Yeah, he just decided to fold, which was right. But
Does find a nice disciplined fold there. Yeah, I think it just comes back to what we were talking about before. These blind on blind ranges are so wide
yeah,
that king high is quite strong, right? It's difficult to make a pair in poker.
yeah, I'm definitely calling if I'm Chen there. Like, obviously we knew that Eric had 10s, but let's say you're playing as Chen in this instance. I'm definitely, with the action how it went and how small the bet was on the river, I'm definitely paying him off.
I think that's very reasonable. Obviously, one of the really unintuitive, difficult things about poker is just when you get a price like that, when they bet a quarter pot on the river, you have to be correct so not often to turn a profit, right? And you have these spots in poker where you can call expecting to lose the majority of the time,
And it's still worth it.
and it's still very, very worth it. It can even
Yeah.
be so profitable that it's extremely foolish to miss out on that opportunity. And
That's correct.
as humans, you know, that's very well suited for the computer, has no emotions, has no trouble calling with the intention of losing most of the time. But as a human, it can be very difficult to kind of muster up the courage to make choices like that.
Yeah.
6-7 makes it 105.
Big
That's-
isolation with the Jack 5, as we were talking about earlier. These hands, Jack Deuce through Jack 5, can be good isolations just because.
Did he decide to call? Yeah, I think he just. Oh, yeah.
105 there.
He
105,
opened.
yeah.
Mihai has a hand I probably is going to see a flop with.
Yeah.
2 calls.
Mihai decided to peel, which is a standard.
Two players.
Ace 5-5. Oh,
Wow, what a flop for Chen. And it's a flop where he might get a float out of King High as well. Now, if you're Chen, are you ever checking here
6-7 checks.
for
I mean-
deception? He does opt to check because not a lot of aces in Mihai's range, right? Hard to get paid. Never going to get 3 streets of value. Oh, and that's the Jin turn if you're Chen. Barbu picking up a piece.
I don't think Mihai would get.
6-7 bets 105.
I think Mihai would still suspect that Chen has some aces in his range when he's checking the flop.
6-2
But
calls.
obviously, gonna call at least one time, depending on what the bet size is gonna be on the river.
What sizing do you like here if you're Chen?
I would go big here.
Is an all-in too greedy? It's just a bit over pot.
I mean, it's not really greedy. Your chip leader, it's blind v blind. Like there are a lot of opens, like isolation opens that you would do against a short stack. So I wouldn't mind him going all in. I think I would actually go all in.
The polarizing approach
6-7 bets 320.
does opt for about 3/4 pot, not quite all in, leaves Mihai a little bit behind. Now, sometimes I feel like people do this because they feel like they get paid more often, right? They feel like when they put the max pressure on for their the opponent's tournament life, the opponent overfolds. But if they leave them a bit behind, they might be a little more inclined to get sticky.
That's a solid point you're making, but the issue is that you would always want to balance your bluffs and values. And let's say you're bluffing here, you wouldn't want your opponent to easily make that call either. So that's why like going all in, like is I would say is a better play, but it's
And if-
fine. Going that big is fine as well.
There's, of course, always the...
Call.
he
And he
does
got
find the call.
Yeah.
Can't blame him there. He is going to get the bad news. 3 of a kind, and that is going to put Mihai Barbu on fumes. 5.5 big blinds only. And Chen's chip lead ever growing.
I mean, Chen at this point basically can go all in every single hand, and Baldwin's holding won't matter. Like unless it's got aces or something, it won't matter anymore because Baldwin wouldn't be able to call. So what Chen would want to do is to like keep Mihai in
And keep this 3-handed dynamic
and-
going.
Exactly, and keep chipping down Baldwin just for the heads up.
It's one of those very interesting things where as the chip leader, you really don't care about laddering up. You expect to get heads up with one of these opponents, and you just want to set yourself up for the best version of that outcome, right? And
Sure.
Baldwin, as you pointed out, he's just in mega ICM jail. I mean, let's say Chen is going all in blind every hand.
I'm a certified
What's the strongest hand you think Baldwin's folding? I mean, is he folding hands like jacks?
I think so.
I mean, that's just crazy, right?
Yeah.
Just shows how difficult it is for him to continue.
I mean, he's supposed to, but I don't know if Baldwin would do that. But like, he can easily go all in here.
Yeah, there is always the too rich to fold equity.
Yeah.
That's going to be an easy jam from Barbu. Baldwin, not much of a calling hand.
And that's the issue. Like, Baldwin cannot call, and like Mihai just picking up chips. But even though you're going all in, and let's say like Mihai just double up through you, that's still really that's still completely fine, because you're still like Mihai would have like 10 to 11 big blinds, and they're like averaging like averaging 10 to 15 big blinds when you have like 90 big blinds chips.
Yeah, you barely
So,
feel the dent in your
yes,
stack, right?
exactly. So it's not a bad thing per se, even if you're like double up Mihai here. What you want to do is to just chip down Baldwin as much as you can.
Chip away what you believe is very likely to be your future heads-up opponent. And I mean, we've been talking about Baldwin just squirreling his way through these fields. First tournament ever at Playlive. I believe it might be his first tournament in Australia ever. Going to find the Australian flag on his Hendon Mob, and looking quite likely to find a heads-up match to kick off his series at the Melbourne Millions. Again, for anyone who's just joining the stream, we're commentating down from the booth here at Playlive Melbourne, 129 York Street. I am Josh Abdi, your host, and I am here with Amin Riazadi, who was previously on this final table.
Yeah, but not good enough.
Open-ended straight flush draw, taking some punishment from Kokinos, who unfortunately found some punishment himself.
Yeah.
And look at this, yeah, Baldwin with king high, just straight in the bin.
Yeah, he cannot, like, that's a really tough spot for Baldwin. Like, I'm hating life if I'm him at the moment.
Absolutely. You're just waiting for Mihai to get eliminated so that you can take your crack at the heads-up match and see how it goes, right?
Yes.
But the ladder from third to second, I believe the ladder is something like 15K. So it's going to be 10 buy-ins.
Exactly. So if I'm, like, before even this hand is dealt out, if I'm Chen, I'm blindfolding. Let's say Baldwin folds, I'm blindfolding for Mihai, because I want to keep him in as much as I can.
Even with a hand like pocket aces or something. So
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like, that's why I'm saying I'm blindfolding.
yeah,
Like, just-
better not to look.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself tempted. And again,
Yeah, but
like Baldwin here, Jack 10 off on the button, does find an open.
Makes it 90.
Now he can like easily jam any tour.
Kind of almost has one of those satellite feels to it, where the ICM is so extreme, creates some really unique situations.
Oh, oh no, he opened. I thought he limped for a moment.
Looks like open to 90K.
Oh, we don't know what Chen is holding.
Chen's
That's
cards
interesting.
missed the scanner. So we are going to have a blind sweat. Oh, okay. Puts it in the bin. Chen taking a
I
kind of
really
more
want to know what
conservative
he had
approach.
though. I wish we could see, but
Barbu with ace 3 of hearts. Look at this.
Oh, maybe I get lucky.
It's going in. I don't think Baldwin's going to be able to fold, unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously he's
Barbu
not
just
folding.
too
but-
short.
A3 of hearts.
Jack 10 versus the ace
Oh,
3
Chen is
suited.
calling himself a nit.
Jack 10
Like he
Oh
actually
my
had better
God.
than this as well.
This could have been a double elimination for Chen to end the tournament, potentially. Oh, sorry about that. Having some issues with the graphics.
There must be like a 10
Barbu
or
looking
something.
tilted.
Yeah.
And it looks like that is going to be his tournament life.
Pair.
Apologies on the graphical
Hold on,
delay
Mihai.
there. That is going to be Mihai Barbu out in third place, and Eric Baldwin chipping up.
We have a heads up going on.
We have a heads-up match. Unbelievable. Berkey and I predicted this yesterday. If you let Baldwin stay in the tournament, he's going to ladder up. That's just the truth, and he finds himself all the way here at the heads-up match against a very strong opponent with a ton of chips, but of course Baldwin, decades of experience, dozens of trophies in his trophy case, multiple WSOP bracelets. I think he is going to be feeling good about making it to heads-up I think he's going to feel like this is his opportunity to flex his advantage.
Jack 10 versus ace 3 of hearts. 2 pair on the flop.
Oh, Baldwin flopped 2 pair just straight up.
I did. You want
And it
the
looks like we
forehand
are going to go to one quick
went
break
90K
just to
button.
do chip count confirmations ahead of this heads-up match.
Small blind
Don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a short
blind
break,
all in for-
and we are going to be here to crown a champion in the inaugural stream here at the Playlive Melbourne Millions. See you in a sec. jumping back in to heads up play. My co-commentator Amin Riazadi taking a quick break, stretching the legs, taking a lap, so you'll have me just for a hand or two, and then he'll be back in the booth so you can have an actual professional's opinion. And look at that trophy, that beautiful Playlive spade. And as I said, the signature water bottle, it does say 1500 Six Max champion on the bottle, so it's gonna be one of one. I think everyone's a little bit extra interested in these trophies and these bottles because this is the first Melbourne Millions ever, so you'll always be able to remember that you were the first person to win one.
$75, yes. Six checks.
Okay, so we have an open here from Chen.
Yep, that is 45. You just rescan your card before you hold them, sir.
Maybe your one has a problem. Maybe your scanner has an issue.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I see you like you actively.
Shout out Stephen Gow. This is live. It's on a 20 to 30 minute delay, but it's live to me and it's live to you. Delay obviously for game integrity reasons, so that not possible for us to know the player's hands until the hands are long gone. Hey Amanda, it has been a battle.
Air hockey.
Air hockey.
Chris Kokinos was the overwhelming chip leader, then took a brutal cooler, Queens versus Kings against Josh Chen, then Chen winning a flip, Jack 10 versus 9s immediately after, putting him out of his misery in 4th place. Then Baldwin winning the Jack 10 again, Jack 10 the lucky hand of the stream against Mihai Barbu's Ace 3 of Hearts, and that has brought us to heads up play. Baldwin coming in as a pretty significant chip underdog, but as we mentioned, probably feeling pretty good about his chances. Look at that trophy. Those trophies are heavy, guys. That is not a bunch of plastic, I'll tell you that. Nice metal base. Baldwin opting for a limping strategy. Yeah, ouch indeed. There's been a lot of brutal coolers in this tournament. Amin got 7th, unfortunately, and has been joining me in the booth ever since.
Three makes it 30.
Baldwin opting for a limp strategy here. You will see that quite a bit in heads up play. 5-5-6, 2 spades. Joshua decides to lead. Bit of a range advantage after the check back.
See 3 checks.
Baldwin not going anywhere with the king high and the backdoor spades. Reasonably strong in heads up play. Now we were talking about the wide ranges in blind versus blind. Heads up is essentially that all the way down. Such wide ranges with just 2 opponents and a repeat 6. And look at this. The board actually running out to a chop. The miracle repeat 6 for Chen. And now it's all going to come down to the action. Can someone claim this pot? That is a terrible river if you're Baldwin. I think he was feeling like his king high, very likely to be good. My co-commentator joining me again in the booth. Chen is going to take a stab here.
The 3 makes it 150.
150, so full pot stab. Pretty interesting hand here. I mean, limp from Baldwin, check back from Chen. A lead on the 5-5-6. Baldwin calls. Check on the turn, and then the repeat 6 counterfeiting Baldwin's king high, and Chen folding him off a chop.
That's interesting. Yeah, Baldwin still has like 25 bigs, which is very much playable in a heads-up match.
No,
He's almost got
I don't
one
think
third
you
of
wanna do a
10
deal.
stack. So anything's possible.
I want one of these trophies.
me too.
Excited to see this one.
Me too. Me too.
Did you hear that?
I should have said
No, I
want one of
didn't.
these ones.
Chen said, I'm not sure if you'd ever want to
Bro,
do a
that's
deal.
kinda-
And Eric just
okay,
says,
yeah.
nah, I want one of
I
these
realized.
trophies, man.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, he's got ace king.
Oh, wow. This has been one of the hands of the tournament for Chen. Had an ace king all over the place. Obviously, in heads up play, that is about as good as you can ask for. Baldwin showing that confidence, though.
Three makes it 100.
Massive chip underdog. A deal being brought up by the chip leader says kindly, no thank you.
No, thank you.
It's 6 fault.
So we have an interesting way that we facilitate deals here at Playlive, although not as relevant in heads up play. But if there's a multi-way deal and they want to negotiate a deal, what we like to do is we do a kind of yes or no red card, black card system to avoid people kind of pressuring each other into a deal, where if a deal is brought up and someone says no, we'll tend to end the discussions there until there's another elimination or the next break, and allow players to kind of bring up that discussion again.
I
Feel-
like it.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
want too much of that metagaming, you know?
Exactly. Like sometimes people feel shy about things as well. Like you wouldn't want to say no and then be the only guy not making the deal happen. But yeah, I like the way you do it.
Baldwin with a very attractive ace-10. How's your heads-up game?
I would say decent. I think I've lost in the last 2.5 years. I think I've lost 2 or 3 heads up.
6
Out of
all in.
like maybe 225 heads up that they've played.
Wow. Insane results. Also, 25 heads-ups just in a couple years. Also very impressive.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, been fortunate enough to run deep several tournaments, so we take it. Did he go all in or did
He
just
did, yeah.
open?
He just opted for a jam there.
I'm surprised, but
I was as well. Ace-10 feels like a kind of one of those hands that goes squarely in the open category. Maybe opt more toward jamming with the suited wheel aces, things of that nature.
yeah,
Already
or
took
even
it
off
in the last end.
like you've got 16 bigs, you've got like ace 3, ace 4. It's okay to just jam them. Ace 10 you can always open call.
Ace-7 here from Chen. Baldwin 20 big blinds deep. Don't think he can do much other than just a regular open here, but he does decide to whack it. Oh, an ace-5 suited from Baldwin.
Yeah, I think he's calling.
And he does decide to call, and this could be the tournament.
See, 3
There's
and
always a chop opportunity
Ace-7
here
off.
as well, obviously, but we'll see how it goes.
Ace-5 of hearts.
Going to a flop.
Could this be the end of it?
Jack 10-10. That's going to be a chop very often. 6 on the turn. And another jack that is going to be a chop. Baldwin's going to breathe a sigh of relief. His tournament is not over yet.
Better than a 5, I guess.
Not the turn I was looking for.
I'm like, oh, there's a chance.
Yeah, the turn was actually a bad card for Baldwin, but it ended up
You chopped up the ante.
well for him.
Yeah, yeah. Just took everything else back.
It's one of those funny ones where when you've played for a long time, like we have, you start to just auto process, you know, what runouts yield a chop and which ones don't.
Yeah,
But it can be a little bit unintuitive.
Yeah.
in some cases. Right.
So I'll have to give you my poker riddle at some point. I'll give it for the stream to hang on to. We'll come back to this when we're not in the middle of heads up play. But there is a configuration that's possible in a heads up hand where the flop and turn have been dealt, where on the turn one player is ahead, but given the river, they cannot win. They can only lose or chop. So they're ahead currently on the turn, but have a 0% chance to win the hand on the river. We will come back to that at some point.
Sure.
Something to mull over for a while. It's a weird one. Very fun puzzle. Open from the ace jack here from Baldwin. Chen defending the 10-4 of hearts. 10-4 of hearts also was a bit of a signature hand. Kokinos earlier in the tournament doing some damage with that. And look at this.
Oh yeah, money is getting in.
We might have round 2 of all in for their tournament life. Baldwin, of course, going to find a value bet here with the ace jack. And if Chen decides to jam, I don't think anyone's going to blame him.
6 makes it 80.
I don't think Chen just jams here. I think he's check raising. Given how much Baldwin put in the bet for, but jam is fine as well, I would say. He might go 200 and then put it in
Baldwin jams
on the turn. If he gets peeled.
All in.
But yeah. Oh, he
does
went for,
decide to jam.
yeah.
It's going to be a snap call from Baldwin. And we are off to the races.
C3 has.
This is for the tournament once again. If Chen can find a heart here, he will eliminate Eric Baldwin and become our 6-max champion. If Baldwin can hold. 5 on the turn. And an offsuit deuce on the river.
Destiny 5.
Destiny be damned. Eric Baldwin
Just doubled up.
doubled up. And this is what we were talking about the variance in heads up play. The gap has been closed. Baldwin with 37 bigs now, doing plenty of damage. And I think if I'm Eric Baldwin, this feels like my tournament to win. Even though I'm still a slight chip underdog, running good in these key moments.
Yeah, it does matter.
5.
Definitely. Especially after you're rejecting a deal.
Yeah, right? Imagine you reject the deal hard on the turn. You're like, oh, wow, I should have entertained that conversation a little more.
Yeah.
Baldwin very clear about his priorities. Wants the trophy, wants the signature water bottle. If you want to get your own Playlive Melbourne water bottle, you can get one. It will not
55 back.
have the event that you won engraved on it, so it won't be as custom. But we do sell regular Playlive Melbourne water bottles, as well as hats, hoodies, shirts, all kinds of fun stuff.
I didn't know about the water bottle.
Yeah.
I should win one of myself, those.
Yeah, I think
I'm more incentivized now.
yes.
So.
I think he's interested. You're probably more interested in winning one that's one of one, right?
Yeah.
I actually have a one of one water bottle myself, not for winning anything, but it does have my name on it. Here in the booth. That's actually shout outs to the community. A player created these. Came in one day, asked Bridges and I if we were interested in expanding the merch collection to water bottles. Said absolutely.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, look how nice these are.
I like it.
Of course, got to get my name on there so everyone knows that one's mine.
Oh, wow.
Laser engraved.
I really like it.
And look at this. 9s for Joshua Chen. Ace 4-0 for Eric Baldwin. Deep enough to consider a 3-bet here.
He can go for either option. I mean, if he 3-bets and get 4-bet, obviously folding, but...
C6 goes all in.
Oh, he went all in.
He just jams.
C3 calls.
A bit of a misstep from Baldwin.
C3 has pocket 9s.
Oh, and he's going to be regretting life right now. Oh, and it's 3 spades on the flop.
Does he get there?
King of clubs, Baldwin with a ton of outs. And that's not any of
nines.
them.
That's it.
Joshua Chen is going to hold with the pocket 9s. Baldwin put in so much work navigating this final table. But the jam here on the river, sorry, heads up rather, not going to get it through. The 9s are going to hold, and Joshua Chen is our 6-max champion. He's going to be the first ever champion to win a tournament on the Playlive Melbourne stream. I mean, just what a final table it was for him.
Yeah, it was a hell of a final table.
I ran like God.
Well deserved, good on him. I'm sure it's just set the momentum for him for the rest of the series as well. But yeah.
I'm sure we'll be seeing him a lot more. I know he's already pre-registered for the 2K today, as well as the 3K and the 5K.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing plenty of him, I'm sure, on the stream again. Congratulations once again to our champion, Joshua Chen. He's going to take home almost $45,000, the Playlive Spade, and of course, most importantly, the custom water bottle.
Water bottle.
6-max champion. And
It's a shame. I wouldn't have played my 10-7 suited if I knew about that water bottle.
would have waited for that 5th heart or
Yeah.
one of the straight cards. What a performance from Chen. Going to enjoy his winner's photo.
We're going to try and set this up so that you can get a photo.
It's been a while. It hasn't happened before. It's probably like this.
Yeah, he navigated really well. Obviously, like there were some hands that was just like out of anyone's control. Again, kings versus queens, like Chris's queens.
I wasn't really feeling
Made it much easier for Chen to get through the heads up and then just dismiss a step from Baldwin with the ace-4 off. Just, but it does happen sometimes. We make like rush decisions on the table. It's just like inevitable. But overall, hands down to Baldwin as well. Very well performed throughout the tournament, and
Yeah,
especially
excellent
in the
play
final table.
throughout the final table from both parties. Congrats again to Joshua Chen. That is going to wrap it up for us now, but don't go away for too long. Later tonight, we are going to have day 1 of the 2K Super Stack. Amin, hopefully back on the table.
Yeah.
Would be happy to have him in the booth again, but I think he'd be happier remaining on the table with the chip lead.
It's a pleasure to sit next to you, Josh. But yeah, as you said, I would rather to be on the table and feel the felt.
Well, good luck later today, and we will see you all in a couple hours. We'll be going live after the first break. Should be right around 6:30. So look out for the stream in a couple hours. We'll be posting links on all our channels. For all of us here at Playlive Melbourne, see you soon.
Cheers. Good evening.
Oh, you're going to build it.
Wait, try put the fucking leaning tower pizza.
Yeah, this has to go high. That's it. And that's it. That's on top.
What about the 100?
It'll go on top eventually.
I'm gonna try to make it pretty.
Yeah.
A dealer, not a civil engineer.
Perfect. So yeah, stick the 2 on top with the greens at the front. No, greens at the front.
Greens at the front.
Yeah, so 2 back here. Yep.